Oh, just really captures your senses and takes your tongue prisoner. Ooh, you get like Stockholm syndrome from it too. I think that's the right term. Hey, we're in North Carolina. There's lots of local chocolate milk here. I don't claim that I've got all of the North Carolina specific chocolate milk here, but just a handful, and let's talk about them. First of all, on a hot tip from one of the lovely ladies down at Crooked Tail Cat Cafe in Greensboro, North Carolina. We were there visiting. She said, oh, my favorite chocolate milk is this stuff called Homeland Creamery, and you can get it at Best Way in Greensboro. So we made a beeline for Best Way and picked up some of this Homeland Creamery. I guess this one's probably better. I got two. I've been drinking lots of this stuff, and it is super good. It's from Julian, North Carolina, which is just outside of Greensboro, I think to the southeast. Just a little. Oh, it's one of the more flavorful chocolate milks you'll get. It's very sweet, it's salty, it's chocolatey, it's got a real strong punch to it, and it feels really dense. Yeah, it's got a very heavy, dense feel, and it is densely packed with flavor. Hunter Farms. Now this is the whole milk version. I have had Hunter's Farms low fat version. I remember that being pretty bland. You'll see, I don't know how well you can see that in there. It is rather pale, which doesn't necessarily mean anything, but in this case, it's got really no cocoa flavor whatsoever. It is creamy. It's got a weird sweetness to it. It's not vanilla, but it's much closer to vanilla than chocolate. It's just kind of nondescript, cloying sweetness. It's not my favorite. Oh, just a shameless plug here. Now, these are independent dairies. Harris Teeter is a grocery store chain based in North Carolina, and their chocolate milk is actually pretty good. They're private label. And this 2% gallon jug of chocolate milk, I will say, is the best tasting gallon jug chocolate milk that I've had. And I've had quite a few. So just a shout out to them. There's also Lowe's Foods as well out here that has their own version of chocolate milk, and that's a local Winston-Salem based food store. Anyway, that right way up. Maple View Farm, and this is from Hillsboro, North Carolina, which is kind of where I-85 and I-40 meet. It's kind of northwest of Durham. I did have this about a year ago. I don't really remember how it was, and I didn't consult my earlier review. Yeah, it's nice. It's solid. It tastes especially decent after having the Hunter Farm stuff, which was kind of had a weird flavor to it. This is pretty much straight up chocolate milk. It's a little thicker, but it's well balanced, and can't find any fault with it. Yeah, solid. Okay, lastly, save the best for last in this case. Spoiler alert, this is good. It's Wholesome Country Creamery. I do not like the word wholesome. It's always kind of, I don't know why. I don't know if I don't like what it stands for or what it typically stands for. It's just always been kind of offensive. Anyway, it's small batch artisan chocolate milk from Hamptonville, North Carolina, which is due north of Charlotte, right off I-77, closer to the Virginia border though. We got this at Whole Foods in Lake Norman, which is kind of a nice, I guess you call it suburb of Charlotte. Ooh. This is super good. It was $7.99, so it's expensive, but hey, sometimes you get what you pay for. You can see a little bit of a creamy sort of residue, and you can see it in the bubbles at the top. It's not homogenized. Oh, but man, this stuff is super good. It really reminds me a lot of the JD Country milk that we had in Nashville and that you can find around Tennessee and Kentucky. Oh, just really captures your senses and takes your tongue prisoner. Ooh, you get like Stockholm syndrome from it too. I think that's the right term. Yeah, I mean, this might last me the rest of the day. I've been holding back on it just so we can shoot a quick video and give them a shout out. But man, that stuff is super good. Yeah, that's really it. So later today we're gonna hit the road and head back up to Raleigh to NC State. Last year we went up to NC State to get some of their proprietary chocolate milk, and school was closed and we only got the protein fortified version. So there's more local chocolate milk to be had. We're gonna get it today, and maybe we'll give you an update later when we get it. Okay, finally got it. Almost a year in the making. Last time showed up at NC State, it was summer or something like that, or whatever it was. There was nobody here, and thus the Creamery wasn't making chocolate milk. Thus they were all sold out of it because the students at the end of their contract seemed to wipe out the chocolate milk with their whatever's left on their card. So here it is, Howling Cow. Got 3 cartons of this, 99 cents a piece. The guy behind the counter says it's great, and I'll be able to corroborate that in the next few minutes once we get to our car. We're out a little too much. Okay.